Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy Joe from Remember These. And today, real quick, I'm going to be talking to you guys about one thing that's near and dear to my heart, one of my favorite video game series in the entire world, which ties into, again, to some of my favorite toys that were ever made.
Resident Evil.
So, Resident Evil, Capcom made zombie game, survival horror game that burst onto the scene. My first ever experience with Resident Evil was with the very first game, Resident Evil, actually the director's cut version of Resident Evil for PlayStation 1. I remember my grandma getting that for me at a local place we have called The Exchange, where you can buy and sell games. And she used to take me there all the time, and basically damn near every weekend she would buy me a new game. And when I was a little kid, I was always a big horror buff. I saw this game with the zombie on the cover, Resident Evil was the name. I was like, this has definitely got to be cool. So popped it in, and the rest is history. I've been a huge fan of Resident Evil and survival horror games ever since. And I don't have an original copy of the director's cut, the first game that I ever played, nor do I have an original copy of number 2, but I definitely played both the remasters. The remaster of the first one, which came out in the early 2000s, is like by far one of my favorite games ever made, any genre, any system, anything. I do have this copy of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis for PlayStation 1, which I actually bought off Facebook Marketplace. I've never even opened this up yet and played it. I mean, I played it when I was a kid, but I just keep this as a cool display piece because I love Resident Evil. These games, like the second one, the third one, even the first one, they definitely can fetch a pretty good dollar. I think I just saw number 2 for GameCube. I went to the Exchange today actually to seek out some Christmas presents, and in my browsing I saw they had Resident Evil 2 for the GameCube for I think it was $65. So if you guys got a copy of 2 or 3 or 1, any of the older games that came out for some of the older systems, definitely they can fetch a little bit of money for you. 1998, to tie in with the games, to tie in with the release of Resident Evil 2, the video game, they started releasing these toys made by none other than the best ever, Toy Biz. So this one right here is actually Claire Redfield. She comes with a zombie accessory, and I actually had this one when I was a kid, and I opened it. If you hit him in the stomach, she actually has this cool little crossbow that launches out a little missile, and if you can hit him right dead in the stomach, he pops in half and kind of like dismembers himself. So that's really cool. I thought that was sweet. And she also has a lever action on her back that she'll raise up her pistol and point it. So I thought that was pretty cool. It mentions on the back here the tie-in books that they had. There's so much lore and so much stuff to the universe of Resident Evil, just like they made movies and stuff too, which the movies don't ever really tie in with the games, which is unfortunate. But also I have this is one of the more sought after ones, Tyrant, aka Mr. X. The remake of number 2 was super awesome, and they played up on him being like the villain that's like chasing you around the game the entire time, and he's like unstoppable, scary. It's super fun. If you guys never played it, definitely go check out the Resident Evil series. I highly recommend it. My favorite games in the entire series would be the original remaster, number 2, number 4 is way up there for me, Code Veronica X, and Resident Evil 5. Those are probably my favorite ones in the entire franchise, and if you guys know anything about it, there's way more games than that. But yeah, these toys came out in 1998, made by Toy Biz. He's got the faux leather jacket, he's got his cool accessories, the arms where he turns into like an actual tyrant. I used to have one when I was a kid, and I actually owned it again as an adult. There's a version, another tyrant, that's got the heart pumping action. He's got like an exposed heart on his chest. You can push the button in his back, and it like, you can see the blood spurting. Oh my god, I remember I begged my grandma for that toy, and she bought it for me, and it was like my favorite toy. For a while I took it everywhere I went with me. Now something else I got to show you guys. This is a really, really rare piece. Now this was made by Capcom / Vendetta Film Partners, and this came out in 2018. This is a high-end statue of Chris Redfield from Resident Evil, I guess part 5 probably. Maybe modeled after part 6. But basically, you can see here, he's got his awesome BSAA logo on his shoulder. He's got the highly detailed gun with all the different sights, and just his whole outfit and everything. His walkie-talkie has the cool cord. Like, there's so many like fine details. The knife, the grip on the knife, the the hilt, his holster. It's got an extra magazine there. He's got these cool little baggage things all around his belt, his vest, like his hair even has nice texture to it. I don't know if you guys can see up close there, but there's a lot of detail on this. And then around the base, he's got empty clips and bullet casings around him, some blood on the ground. So I thought that was really cool. But if you look this thing up, there's some sites around that have it for about $150. But a lot of times, especially if you look on eBay, you're gonna see this from anywhere from like $500 to like $700, and it's usually coming from like a foreign country, and it's like $50 shipping. I actually found this on Marketplace a couple years ago, and I think the dude sold it to me for like maybe 20 bucks. And I was like, hell yes, because I'm a huge Resident Evil fan, and this is an awesome centerpiece for my Resident Evil collection. I have to show you guys is this loose Resident Evil zombie figure. I can't remember where exactly I found this one. I bought him loose somewhere, but I recognized, you know, what it was and what franchise it was from as soon as I saw it. Put a lot of time into these figures for, you know, what they were for just a video game tie-in. Toy Biz, like I said, we rave about them all the time. Super amazing. They make some of the best toys, some of the highest quality. So definitely, if you guys get a chance, here's the back of one of the cards. If you guys get a chance, if you've never seen these toys, if you see them, grab them up. If not to collect them, do it for the resale. They definitely have value. They're definitely sought after, and they're definitely cool. So let me know, guys, if you have any Resident Evil memories. What's your favorite Resident Evil game? Who's your favorite Resident Evil character? Good guy or villain? Let me know in the comments, and we'll see you guys next time. Remember these.